You know what's funny about Psycho? People don't always remember the exact night they first saw it, but they remember what they did after. You might remember turning on an extra light, closing the bathroom door, pulling the shower curtain back just to check. Back when movies weren't just entertainment, they stayed with you. And Psycho, oh, this one followed people home. Back in 1960, seeing Psycho wasn't casual. Here's something wild. Alfred Hitchcock refused to let theaters admit anyone after the film started. That was almost unheard of. People had to wait for the next showing like it was a stage play. That rule alone made the movie feel important, dangerous even. And if you caught it later on late night television in the 70s, same tension, same quiet house, same nerves. Did you see it in a theater or at home? Let's talk about the scene everyone remembers. Here's what most people didn't realize. You never actually see the knife stab Janet Leigh, not once. It's all editing, sound, and your imagination. Hitchcock used around 70 camera setups for less than a minute of screen time. That's patience you just don't see now. And that blood going down the drain? Chocolate syrup. Looked better in black and white. You won't believe this, but the movie is scarier because it doesn't show everything. That screeching violin sound? Hitchcock originally wanted the shower scene to have no music. Composer Bernard Herrmann ignored that idea and wrote the now legendary score anyway. Hitchcock later said it was the music that made the scene unforgettable. Good thing he didn't listen to the director that day. This might sound silly now, but Psycho was the first American film to show a toilet flushing. That was considered bold in 1960. Hard to imagine today, right? Here's a strange one. To keep costs low, Hitchcock used a TV crew from his show Alfred Hitchcock Presents to shoot the movie. That's one reason it has that tight, intimate feel. It wasn't filmed like a big Hollywood production. It cost under $1 million to make. Tiny, even for that time. The movie is based on a novel by Robert Bloch, and the book was loosely inspired by a real criminal named Ed Gein. Most viewers back then had no idea. Makes it feel colder when you know that, doesn't it? Audiences thought Janet Leigh was the star, and then she's gone halfway through. That was unheard of. Hitchcock even bought up copies of the novel to keep the twist secret. People in theaters gasped. Some reportedly didn't know what to do next. It changed how movies handled suspense forever. Anthony Perkins doesn't play Norman like a monster. He's shy, nervous, polite. That's what makes him unsettling. Fun fact, the mother voice is actually a mix of 3 people, including Perkins himself. Your brain never quite figures it out. The Bates house was built on the Universal Studios backlot, and it's still there today. Isn't it strange how a set can feel like a real place? You can picture it right now, can't you? Hitchcock chose black and white partly to keep costs down, but also because he thought the shower scene would be too intense in color. Smart choice. The lack of color makes it feel colder. Janet Leigh later said people told her they were afraid to shower after seeing the movie. She admitted she took baths instead for a long time. That's the kind of impact movies used to have. When you watch Psycho today, it feels slower, but not boring. It feels confident, careful, patient. You notice the silences now, the framing, the craft. Back then, you felt a shock. Now you appreciate the skill. So when you revisit Psycho, you're not just watching a thriller. You're remembering drive-in marquees, late-night TV glow, friends saying, "Don't spoil it," and a time when movies didn't need explosions to shake you up. Did you see Psycho in a theater or at home? And what year do you think it was? If you enjoy revisiting films like this, the memories and the stories behind them, consider subscribing. This channel is about remembering movies the way we actually lived with them.